This is my hair right now. No products, no treatment, no expensive routines. And this was my hair 2 years ago. I shaved it short every 2 weeks because it was the only way to stop it looking like an absolute disaster. Greasy one day, dry and brittle the next. I'd lost all my blonde color, and at 19, my hairline was starting to recede. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what I changed, because I promise you, the reason your hair looks bad has nothing to do with what you're putting on it. For years, I tried everything. Natural shampoos, decent products, different routines. I spent more time and money on my hair than I'd like to admit. And nothing worked, not a single thing. And the reason nothing worked is because I was treating the symptom and not the cause. The hair industry doesn't want you to know this, but the moment you do, you'll never buy products from them ever again. Every shampoo, every conditioner, every treatment that you've ever used was designed to make your hair look good in the moment and keep you dependent on it long term. That's their entire business model. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly why your hair actually looks bad, what I fixed internally, and the exact routine I use now that costs almost nothing and works better than anything I've ever bought. And I'm gonna share something towards the end that will sound completely insane, but has been the single biggest change I made. So stay with me. So why does your hair actually look bad? So here's the foundation of everything. Your hair is made of a protein called keratin. That's literally what it's built from, which means the quality, thickness, and growth rate of your hair is almost entirely determined by what you're feeding your body. And you cannot fix damaged hair from the outside. When I was at my worst, I was eating Krispy Kreme and Burger King every single day, going to bed at 3 a.m, working 11-hour shifts under fluorescent lighting and getting zero sunlight. My body was so stressed and depleted, and your scalp is one of the first places your body pulls back from when it's under that kind of stress. That's why my hair stopped growing, lost its color, went limp, and started receding. None of these are hair problems. They're all symptoms of internal problems showing up on the surface. And no shampoo is ever going to fix an internal problem. The shift that changed everything was stopping thinking about this as a hair problem and start thinking about this as a health problem. Because the moment I did, the solution became obvious. First up, fix the diet. Your hair needs 2 specific amino acids to build itself, cysteine and methionine. Without enough of both, your body physically cannot produce healthy hair, no matter what you put on it. The best sources of these are animal proteins like red meat, eggs, fish, and raw dairy. Your body absorbs and uses the animal protein far more efficiently than it does plant protein. And there is consistent research on this. So if you're relying at all on plant sources for your hair health, you're leaving a huge amount on the table and literally cooking yourself. Foods like bone broth and marrow are loaded with collagen, which forms the base layer of your scalp and keeps each hair follicle anchored in place. When your collagen is low, your hair follicles weaken and hair sheds more easily. Drinking bone broth regularly gives your scalp the structural support it needs to hold on to hair and grow it properly. And raw milk gave me back the natural fats my scalp was completely stripped of. Your scalp needs fat to produce its own natural oil. When you're low in dietary fat, it can't produce enough, which leads to dry, brittle hair that will break easily. And you've probably seen all the guys online talking about GHKCU, copper peptides, and all these expensive synthetic products, which are said to grow your hair. What nobody tells you is the right foods do the exact same and better for you. Oysters, liver, and shellfish are naturally loaded with copper, and copper is what controls the pigment production in your hair. Low copper means dull, faded, and colorless hair. When I started eating copper-rich foods, my natural blonde color started coming back. Egg yolks are the single most powerful food for your hair. They're one of the best natural sources of biotin, which directly activates the process that builds keratin in the hair follicles. More biotin means stronger, thicker hair at the roots. And getting it from egg yolks means you're also getting all the other nutrients that work alongside it, which makes it far more effective than any other supplement. So now let's talk about what you're actually putting on your hair. Your scalp produces a natural oil that coats each hair strand, protects it from damage, locks in moisture, and keeps everything balanced. This system works perfectly when left alone. The problem is conventional shampoo is designed to strip that oil completely. The sulfates in shampoo dissolve oil and wash it away, which ultimately makes your hair greasier quicker. So then you go and wash it again, which strips the oils again. The cycle never ends because you keep interrupting it every time it tries to correct itself. And the scary thing is, the shampoo companies know about this, and that's how they sell to you. The fix is a humble egg yolk. Egg yolk contains a natural compound called lecithin that lifts dirt and build up from the scalp without stripping the protective oil underneath. At the same time, the biotin and amino acids are nourishing your follicle while you wash. So instead of stripping and damaging with every wash, you're cleaning and feeding it at the same time. Here's exactly how to do it. Take a bowl, separate one egg yolk from the white, the yolk only, because the white contains a compound that actually blocks biotin absorption. Just put the yolk in a bowl, take it to the shower and pinch it in your hand, and then just slowly work it through the ends and the scalp like you would shampoo. And then just rinse it out with some cool water. Hot water strips the natural oils from your hair shaft the same way shampoo does. Cool water seals everything in and keeps the moisture locked in your hair, basically protecting it. And I also do a quick scalp massage before I wash my hair. Massaging your scalp stimulates blood flow to the base of each follicle, delivering more nutrients and oxygen to the growing hair. Studies have shown it increases hair thickness over time. 2 minutes a day, it costs nothing, so give it a try. 2 things that most guys never really think about that are silently destroying their hair every single day. First is shower water. If you live in a city where your tap water is chlorinated, it's added to water to kill bacteria. But when it runs through your hair every morning, it doesn't just target harmful bacteria. It strips the entire natural balance of your scalp and causing it to become brittle, dry, and prone to breakage over time. And fluoride adds to this by interfering with the hormones that control your hair growth cycle. And a shower filter removes both. And the difference I noticed within 2 weeks was more significant than months of changing my products. Second is stress. When your body is chronically stressed, it pumps out cortisol. And high cortisol does 2 things that directly destroy your hair. It pushes your hair follicles into a resting phase where your hair stops growing and it eventually falls out. And it lowers testosterone, which is one of the signals that keeps your hair active in the active growth phase. This is exactly what was causing my hairline to recede at 19. Not genetics, it was stress from night shifts, barely sleeping, and running on toxic food. And I brought this down by fixing my sleep, getting morning sunlight every day to regulate my hormones naturally, doing regular detox baths. When your body is carrying a high toxic load, it tries to push those toxins out wherever it can, including through your scalp, which can cause follicle inflammation and hair loss. Hot baths open your pores across your whole body and redirect that process through your skin instead, therefore taking the pressure off your scalp, basically stopping you from going bald. So what is my full hair routine? Using an egg yolk wash with a cool filtered or spring water. Spring water is the least processed and contains natural minerals that are better for your scalp than tap water. I use a wooden brush only. Plastic brushes create static, which disrupts your hair, and over time stresses the hair follicles. I don't use any tight hairstyles. Consistent tension on the hair follicles is one of the most common and most preventable causes of a hairline recession. Use a silk bonnet or a silk pillowcase at night. Cotton pulls moisture from your hair and creates friction while you sleep. Silk does neither. Start using a linen towel to scrunch dry. Regular towels, when you scrunch it, build up friction and can actually damage the hair. And for anyone wondering what I use to style my hair, this is for you. I just use a homemade sea salt spray. I get a glass bottle, I get some mineral water, I get a few pinches of Celtic sea salt, and I let that dissolve. Celtic sea salt has 82 trace minerals that support scalp health, and the salt itself pulls moisture from the air, which gives it that natural volume, texture, and movement without anything synthetic. That's why your hair looks so fucking good when you're on the beach. Once a week, I use a combination of jojoba oil, beef tallow, argan oil, and emu oil, and I just run that through my hair when it's damp. All of these oils are very similar in composition to your scalp's own natural hair oil, which means they absorb into the hair rather than sitting on top and making it greasy. These oils can help replace what's been stripped by long-term shampoo damage. And you've got to start sunning your scalp regularly. And I know this sounds weird, but direct sunlight on your scalp helps your body produce vitamin D in the follicles itself. And vitamin D is directly involved in triggering the active hair growth phase. Low vitamin D is one of the most common things linked to hair loss, and regular sun exposure is the simplest fix. Your hair is a visible representation of your internal health. The color, the thickness, growth rate, oil balance, and all of it is controlled by what you're eating, how you're sleeping, how much stress you're carrying, and what you're exposing your body to. No product addresses any of those things. They just provide a temporary solution. Every recommendation in this video has an actual reason behind it. This isn't some bro science. This isn't just trends. This is giving your body what it actually needs. And I've tested it all. So if you want the full system, everything I use to not just fix my hair, but my skin, my energy, my sleep, my whole life, it's all inside of my private community, Limitless. I have spent the last 3 months building it. Every protocol, every fix, every habit I tested on myself over the last few years all in one place. Over 250 modules covering everything from sleep and hormones to skin, hair, diet, and your light environment. Weekly coaching calls where I break down your individual problems and keep you on track. And a community of like-minded guys all wanting to achieve the same thing, pushing each other every single day. The full hair protocol, the exact egg shampoo recipe, and everything else I use to fix my health is all inside there waiting for you. And the link to join is in the description. And if this video helped you, subscribe because we're just getting started.